I'm attorney Nick Alcock, and if you've been arrested and you have to go to Avondale Municipal Court, this video is for you. Many people call our firm and they're very worried, they're concerned, and rightfully so, because if you have to go to court, it can be very scary, it can be overwhelming and intimidating. So first piece of advice I can give you is take a deep breath and recognize that first court date that's coming up is actually not trial. When you walk into court, you're not going to have the judge way up on the bench waiting for you. The prosecutor isn't going to be there waiting for you. Many cases go through that court on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. So you're going to show up at that court. Realistically, they want to have one question answered, and that is, how do you plead? Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Now, some people, because they are guilty, they worry about the notion of walking in, standing in front of a judge, and lying to the judge, saying that they are not guilty when in fact that they are guilty. And maybe they're also hearing that the maximum penalty for the crime that they are charged with is 6 months in jail. So Avondale is a court of lower jurisdiction, meaning that they only handle misdemeanor offenses. Sometimes when people are charged with a crime, they go online and they start getting confused about whether or not they're charged with a felony or a misdemeanor. Avondale, just a misdemeanor. Now I say just a misdemeanor, but there's a huge difference between a misdemeanor and a felony. A felony DUI can send you to prison for 4 years. A misdemeanor DUI might be a day or two in jail with a maximum of 6 months. So there's a big difference between a felony court, like a superior court or federal court, and a misdemeanor court such as Avondale. So what does Avondale want to know when you walk in? What they want to know is, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? And most people walk in and they say that they're not guilty. That resets their matter for another 30 days. During that time, if you're inclined to hire a private attorney, that's the time to do it. Sometimes people come to us and they're coming to us, right at the very end, 6 months into the case, and the case is set to trial. We can't take that case. It's too late. It's too late because usually it takes us at least a month or two to get the interviews done and to do all the work that we need to do. So the judge is going to give you 30 days almost every time to find a private attorney. If the government, if the prosecutor does not want you to go to jail, then you may not be assigned a public defender. If you make too much money and you're not indigent, even if you are looking at jail time, they may possibly not assign a public defender to you. So if you get a public defender, it's because the court has determined that effectively you don't make enough money to hire a private attorney, and that you are in fact facing jail time. There are rare occasions when you go to Avondale Court for the first time and the prosecutor makes a diversion deal or kind of a sweetheart deal right at the outset. This is for non-violent offenses, non-domestic violent offenses, non-DUI offenses. So, for example, if you are facing for a very low-level first-time shoplifting offense, it is possible that they would offer you some type of diversion deal. The question that you need to ask the prosecutor is this plea available to me if I hire a private attorney or if I come back in 30 days? Sometimes the prosecutor will say, this is take it or leave it. You do it now and it's gone. It's a diversion deal. They're trying to divert you out of the criminal justice system. You can always ask that question though. You can always say, does this plea expire? Can I think about it? In Avondale, we're actually very familiar with all the prosecutors there. We're very familiar with everybody. And we know that very rarely do they draw that hard line. And so most of the time they are going to give you that amount of time. Avondale cases take around 6 months if you take it all the way to trial. At some point, you'll get continuance here for 30 days and another continuance and another continuance. A good defense attorney is going to be looking for ways to win the case during that period of time. File motions to suppress, motions to dismiss, all that type of thing. At some point, the prosecutor will say, look, there are no more plea agreements to be had. That's it. And are you going to take a plea agreement or are you going to go to trial? It's possible that a good defense attorney can win a case before the case gets set to trial. But if a prosecutor is inclined, the prosecutor can always say, look, that's it, no more plea agreement, we are going to go to trial. If you go to trial, trials in Avondale are usually about a day. The process for trial can be very stressful, and we definitely advise, even if you don't want to hire a private attorney, give us a call. We can walk you through the process of trial. It's hard to put together a video in a few minutes to discuss all of the things that can go right and wrong in trial. But if you are facing a trial situation, you don't want to take a plea agreement, absolutely give us a call. Our number is 602-989-5000. That's 602-989-5000. If you are going to Avondale Court and you just want to get the orientation, understand exactly what it is you're facing, we're happy to walk you through that process. The consultations are in the office, they're over the phone, but please have a copy of your ticket with you, because how you are charged in the citation in your ticket can absolutely affect your life. So we are going to want to know exactly how you're charged, when your court date is, and we can look up exactly what it is you're facing. That takes you out of the realm of that 2 o'clock in the morning, you're freaking out because you think that you're charged with a felony. If you call our law firm, we're going to give you very concrete, good advice that will help you survive the process. We have handled thousands and thousands of cases, misdemeanor cases throughout the Valley, and we're very familiar with Avondale Court. So again, if you have a question, 602-989-5000. My name is Nick Alcock, and I'm an attorney. I've been practicing for 22 years. I've got a group of former prosecutors that have lots of experience in Avondale. It is our pleasure to help you and with any type of case in Avondale Municipal Court. 602-989-5000. Call us anytime. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.